Oh god. I don't think nobody likes hangnails. They fucking suck. And they really hurt. Wait. Oh, I've just realised it doesn't make sense either. Where you shall have. Oh no, that makes sense. Never mind. I'm just dumb. Where you shall have hangnails grown and ripped out for 800 million years. Oh. I think I'll pass on that. Yeah, you do right. Looks like that caught Prosecutor said Marty off guard. This is my chance to rip his case to shreds. Whew. Alright. That evening I was enjoying a trek through the night sky with my homemade paraglider. Press everything. Till he says something stupid. You're enjoying a trek through the night sky with your homemade paraglider? You didn't go to pray? The devout Corynus like me can pray anywhere, even while flying through the sky. Well, I wouldn't recommend you try it. You're bound to end up dead. Paraglider? I didn't see anything like that. That's because of the ritual curtain. It blocked your view. You should have seen me majestically soaring between the mountains. Really? What do you think, Nick? Don't ask me. I was really enjoying that flight. At first, anyway. Why does he become all, like, shaky when he mentions an accident? Just as Mount Funny was drawing near, something terrible happened. Something terrible happened? Exactly. And when I say terrible, I mean terrible. What? Was there something unexpected near Mount Pony Pony? What was it again? Wait, you don't remember? Let's just say it was terrible. Okay. Yeah, there. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum. What exactly was this accident you had? Good question. Now, what was it again? Wind? Oh yeah, it was the wind. Not just any wind, but a sudden gale force wind made me lose control. The wind was strong enough to make you lose control. You got that right. Okay then, please add that to your testimony. But I thought it was clear skies and no winds. Gale force winds came out of nowhere, so I made an emergency landing at the sanctum. What's the weather report say? Oh, there it is, the escaped prisoner. A male insurgent who escaped the Royal Penitentiary number 4 yesterday. The area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. The warmer temperature will make for an excellent prayer weather. All it said it will move to a cold front. Or a cold front will move in, that's it. Like, no gale force winds. You're full of shit, mate. I was about to say there's something on my screen, then I realised it's my cursor. It's hovering over Phoenix's eye. We have a saying in my country, Mr. Emus. One lie begets another. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? That you lied. It means someone caught lying will lie again in an attempt to conceal their first lie. In other words, this current testimony is just a blatant lie you're telling to cover your tracks. What did you just say? You claimed gale force winds cause you to lose control. But this newspaper has the weather report for the day of the murder. It says, the area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. Paul Gunker. Well, I do believe it does say that. Yeah, I'm not lying. One lie begets another. That makes sense, but... is it really a saying back home? I've never heard of it. Yeah, I kinda made that one up. For real. Your Majesty. The witness's testimony contains another flaw, one that's even more fatal to his cause. One more fatal, you say? The defense will explain himself at once. Mr. Emus claims he was flying up around the inner sanctum with his paraglider, but it would have been impossible to get all the way up there without any wind. Why yes, I believe you're right. But we know the witness was at the inner sanctum, so... Mr. Emus, how did you get there? And from where? That's completely a disguise, isn't it? The beard and the hair, I get the feeling it's just a disguise. Without any wind, he couldn't have flown up there from the bottom of the mountain. By process of elimination, the only starting point that makes any sense is at the top of the mountain. Your Majesty, I believe I have the answer to your question. To reach the Inner Sanctum, Mr. Emus must have launched himself from here. Oh god, I can't get up there. Shit. There we go. Whoosh. Are you insane? That's where he came from? If he couldn't have come from below, the only other option is from above. So you see, Anonymous came down from Royal Penitentiary number 4. From there he could have easily reached the Inner Sanctum by parachute. And that means he might have also killed the High Priest. What? Mr. Emus, were you the third party at the Inner Sanctum? And the one behind the warning to halt the right that the victim received? Was it you we saw in his final memory? Are you the rebel hunter Lady Kira? Damn. I'm going to guess no, he isn't, given that reaction. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sir, help me out here. You did it. You finally left him speechless. Oh, come on, Mr. Prosecutor, man. Quiet, you fool. You should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come. Jesus. For a fate far worse than Hangnail Hell awaits you now. Hangnail Hell sounds terrible. Well done, defense. I must concede this point to you. The witness did, in fact, descend to the Inner Sanctum from Royal Penitentiary number 4. Huh? He didn't even put up a fight this time. That's awfully generous of him. But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity. Oh, his true identity? Not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I'll have to answer with something. It would seem I'm the only one still in the dark here. Will the defense care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous? The witness's true identity is... was it Dars or something? I can't remember. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's Arabelle. That's Amare. There he is. Is this really him? Only now do you realise the truth. I've known it all along. Well, please do share with us your belated insight. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back? Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case. Really? Are you sure? Unfortunately, I've got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. But it's all becoming clear now. The nighttime base jump from the mountaintop prison. The precision landing at the Inner Sanctum using only a handmade parachute. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. Isn't that right? This witness is Dats Arabelle, prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group. What? Is that a disguise, though? Or does he just have a really long beard and full head of hair? The witness is an escaped prisoner? Precisely. The police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail. Meanwhile, here he was, under our noses the entire time. Hoo-ha! Didn't think anyone would see through my clever disguise. But the witness's charade is not all that has been chatted. It is... or is it, defense? Boy, do I hate this guy. Please recall the defense's own words. Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the High Priest. The letter said, "Do not perform the rite." But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that is why the High Priest was murdered. Who do you suppose sent that letter? A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself. He claimed that the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Yeah, and what's your point? That the guy is a rebel, so he won't be a rebel hunter? What if the witness is true identity? Yeah, he's a rebel. Why is he giving me a flashback? This literally just happened. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper could have pulled that off. The witness is That's a rebel, prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group. Ba-bum. Oh no. He is a rebel and an escaped prisoner. He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, mortal enemy of the rebels. No! We're finished. Now perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this. Hoo-ha. You got me. And the razor-sharp fangs of the Defiant Dragons. I do like that little smirk. That's a rebel. Boom! When did you get your memory back? He never had amnesia. Oh, he did have amnesia. Oh, around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making up all that testimony off the top of my head. Are you prepared to tell us the truth now? Well, it's true I parachuted down to the inner sanctum. But I banged my head on impact, and it just and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie. A big fat lie? Oh damn. Oh, and by the way, long time no see, UT. Oh. Oh. Wait, they know each other? Your Majesty, this filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell. Oh yes, of course. Bailiff, seize him at once. Seems you really have forgotten about the will of the dragon. Huh, UT. But I haven't, and no dogs of the Garan regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Okay. God, he has the power to just stop music. Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert. Damn, they really don't want him to get away. Hi, Alice. How's it going? The escaped prisoner escaped again. 'Twould seem. The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long. An escaped prisoner who's escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony. Talk about a troublemaker. He really pulled a number on all of us. What was the point of all that anyway? Well, I can't help but feel that entire episode was an enormous waste of time. The game is great. It's Ace Attorney, what's not to love? You're solving murders, making lots of fuck-ups if you're me. It's great. Your Majesty. Also, I'll respond now. Perhaps it was not as great of a waste as you might believe. What makes you say that, Prosecutor Sandwich? Yeah, that works. Darts Arabelle dropped something as he made his escape from these halls. Ooh. And it was... Oh, it's the other... Wait, is that the other half of the letter? That scrap of paper looks awfully familiar. I answered. I said the game's great. How do you not hear me? These appear to be direct orders from Dirk. From Dirk, the rebel leader? But we only have a small corner of it. I have the other half. Or quarter. Wait, I remember now. I thought that was the full letter, though. Your Majesty, I've seen that scrap of paper before. You have? Indeed. The scrap of paper Dat Arabelle dropped is part of this, but this doesn't look like it's ripped. I mean, it's covered in blood, but it's not ripped. Alright, whatever. Booyah! And this is... it's a blood-stained letter. I found it at the scene of the crime. Where was it? I think it was near... the High Priest's body, maybe? Or like the outline of his body. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Arabelle dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. Ooh, mystery. Oh, there we go. Oh my. What does it say, Mr. Wright? Don't know. Can't read Chinese. There we go. Oh. I can't read Chinese. I was gonna say Sad Marty should be able to. Prosecute Sad Marty, if you please. The ignorant lawyer has not bothered to learn our language. Very well then. I mean, to be fair, we only came here for a social visit. And we got dragged into court. I do not understand. Well, you can't read it either, eh, genius? Well, what does it say? Using the lamplights as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the rite's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape. What? That is how he was to escape from prison? So if I were to assume that Mr. Arabelle was the one who killed the High Priest, then maybe it was because Abbot Inmee tried to thwart his escape plan. Oh, foul lawyer. I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous. Huh? But I didn't say anything. Did you just read my mind? I know how your putrid mind works. Unfortunately for you, however, now that the rebels' escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that Dat Arabelle is not the High Priest's killer. How can you be so sure? I mean, to be fair, he didn't... oh no, he did read what the note said. If only you would use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while. Dat Arabelle's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. What do you mean? I am speaking of Abbot Inmee, of course. Had Dat Arabelle simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made his escape alone, he would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side... oh, that didn't stop the music. The faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have had no cause to suspect anything. It is, therefore, unthinkable that Dat Arabelle was the High Priest's killer. Oh, he's just trying to think, or trying to come up with a way to pin it on Maya. So then you're saying the High Priest was a... oh, I cannot bear to say it. I'm afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threaten our kingdom. So the High Priest was a rebel. How could this be? Oh! The High Priest a rebel? There must be some kind of mistake. Interesting. Let it go and move on. So what we said that was preposterous, or that's the reaction we got for everything, seems to actually have been true. Accept the truth, it is the only way. And that goes double for you, Defense. Hey, we're the one that proposed he was a rebel. So I want to hear it. Cease your futile battle now. And why should I? Because I will now put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Now that we have eliminated Dat Arabelle from our list of suspects, there is only one person that still remains, the accused, Maya Fey. Hold it right there. Criminal scum. Aren't you forgetting something important? Something important? Please do explain, Defense. We can't end this trial without looking into third party, the arrow, the murder weapon. Ooh. Yeah, the third person. I'm talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira we saw in the seance vision. If it wasn't Dat Arabelle, then who was it? That matter has already been resolved. It has? What's he talking about? It is as I have maintained from the start. There was no third party in the seance vision. But there was another lady, Kira, there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her. I did throw them. Hey, that's a different animation. What the? I can't do my finger point. No! Uh-oh. He's gonna rip my arm off. Oh god. He actually is. Jesus. It's time to let it go and move on. Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm. This hardly seems fair. It's quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. If the victim was near the spring with his back to the accused, what would he see ahead? Besides the water itself, there is nothing but the Warbard statue. Precisely. The Lady Kira we saw in the seance is the Warbard statue draped in her sacred robes. No way! Ah. The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the seance vision. Before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with the dagger in a reverse grip. But why would the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira? To show it to the victim as he was being slain. And what reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill? It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was the seance vision. It was this very court itself. Come again? Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise. Are you saying... I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the accused. Where the hell did you get those beads? A scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us. God, where the hell do they pull this shit from? This can't be happening. What a face you are making, defense. I'm surprised you were taking this so hard. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? I don't know why I said that so weirdly. A deluded fantasy? Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. Oh my god, he did, he knew! You're telling me he knew this is how it would turn out all the way back then? And he was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me? Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. It can't be. This is an outrage. You took our royal priestess's sacred divination seance, and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder. No, I did nothing of the sort. Maya. Nick, it's not true. I didn't. Goddamn. Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now that the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty. The time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint this sacred hall. Indeed. It seems this trial is over. Hold it. Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something? The accused is not the killer. And, here's why. Now what do? I've got nothing. It would appear that the defense has run out of arguments to make. I thought for sure that that rebel was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. And I've got nothing to use against Prosecutor Sadmari's argument. Damn it, I can't lose now, not like this. Oh, very well then, I shall now render my verdict. Wait. Please wait, I'm begging you. It is time to let it go and move on. The trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then. This court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Wright, guilty. Yep. I'm really hoping that's scripted and I didn't fuck up. Ooh. Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but... Whoa. Wait a minute. What is the meaning of this? A body has been found. In the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty. Uh-oh. What's this? A body? What happened now? And we found this, sticking out of the victim. Why, that's Lady Kira's Warbar dagger. Oh, there we go. Lady Kira, she has returned from the Twilight Realm once more. She has come to defeat the rebels. That just proves that it's not Maya. Well, it would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Zadmardi. Yes? This dagger... Oh crap, never mind. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. What? But... why would Maya's prints be on it? Even he has nothing to say. I cannot believe it, yet it must be true. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Zadmardi? This trial has run its course and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. I was? You claimed that the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. I did say something to that effect, but what of it? Prosecutor Zadmardi, are you suggesting what I think you are? I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused, Miss Maya Fey. What? This is what? How would she have killed somebody? She's been here with us the entire time. Oh my god. I realise how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realise there was much that pointed to this fact. The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago. And the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well. Oh shit. Why, the timing matches perfectly. But there is more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the fire. Oh dear. Despite his house being locked up tight that night.
Objection!
How does that prove anything?
Objection!
Okay. It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there. Mainly to prepare for the purification rite. Abbot Inmi was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing. Only someone capable of entering the priest's home could have delivered it. Oh dear. If we assume that the accused was Lady Kira, that more than establishes her motive for killing the High Priest. Because she's the rebel hunter. Yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, bent on helping Dats Arabelle escape after all. Precisely. That made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. So it seems the scope of this case is expanded. We now have two murders perpetrated by Miss Maya Fey, masquerading as Lady Kira. But it's a load of bullshit. If Miss Fey is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment. In light of this, I believe the second murder must be investigated before we can proceed. As you wish, Your Majesty. That saved me. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins. A new murder charge on top of a guilty verdict. It seems the defense will live to see one more day. Talk about hanging on by a thread. Come tomorrow, a far more terrible punishment awaits you. I hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned. Hooray! Oh my god, that took 2 hours. Phew, I really did fuck up a lot though. I made it through. Which means when we get back to court, I'll have 5 more tries. So it's all good. No, I don't know. Might just be the fact that it's, 2 AM. Or just the fact that I forgot how this game works. Could be either. Either or. Okay. Well, that is going to be the end of this session. Next session, I'll more than likely aim to finish the episode. We'll see whether I can finish the case or not, but that's my hope. But regardless, that is going to be the end of this session. Thanks so much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, take care.